everybody. Welcome to another Emory and Henry crew battle. Today we have a good one for you. Starting off with the Greninja and the DDD.
3, 2, 1, go!
I am joined, I believe, by Nathan, director of the Emory and Henry League. They appear to be about sort of an interesting strategy, but yeah, I guess.
We're all set. Oh, they're jumping off here. Good to be here, John. Haven't been on stream in a while.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you. I wasn't sure if the match was starting there. I was kind of confused as to what was going on. I'm guessing something was off with the setup.
Yeah, sort of sounding like here. So, well, they'll get reset and everything here. But yeah, giving Scoob the night off tonight, and happy to be back on the cast. First time casting with you, John. So
yes,
should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm excited. Someone else joined. Maybe. Oh, I guess. No, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, who knows at this point? But thankfully, we did. We are all set and ready to go. This is, as usual, best of 3. So they'll have each team will have 3 members playing. And each player will get 3 stocks. Those stocks will carry over for the winner each round. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. So it looks like we're at set 1, match 1 here. Looks like we have Eli on the Greninja starting for Emory and Henry, and a DDD on the other team as well. So.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup. DDD is a real heavy hitter, which isn't great for Greninja, but he lacks speed, which Greninja has plenty of. So hopefully Eli can really take advantage of that speed and keep the DDD off.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see how they do. DDD is I don't know, I guess a slow character, like you were saying. I like to play him personally, but I'm not very good at him.
Oh yeah, DDD is one of my go-tos as well. He's so much fun. But yeah, he's hard. He's a hard character to succeed with. But you can see the DDD's making a lot of use of the Nair as a sort of approach, which is smart. It's got a big old hitbox. And yeah, it's sort of a neutral thing. The trades aren't really going in Eli's favor as it stands, but all it takes is one good combo to seeing right now, maybe, yeah, wow. And it evens up a little bit.
Yeah, the unfortunate part about this matchup is that for Eli to get a kill confirmed, you're going to have to get DDD in the, mid 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas DDD is probably able to kill around this percentage.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Pretty basic attack, being a heavy character, so.
Exactly, yeah. Stray smash attack would send right off the screen. That was a very slick up smash to keep the DDD off stage. Straight jabs. Again, knocks him. And there you see, like, all of that work, and then DDD just hits you once. And wow, the dash attack hits with, like, the very last couple of frames.
The last frames of that hitbox are just ridiculous.
Yeah, I believe Jacob told me that has one of the slowest animations in the game. So when oh wow, a little bit of Gordo work there.
You gotta love the Gordos.
Yeah, and apologies to Dylan. Oh, what a smash attack!
Let's go.
That was a nice response, and suddenly they're even again. Pretty much 80% is a lot. So
a great little up smash there. Fell right into it and took advantage. So pretty even matchup so far. Obviously DDD getting the better of this stock so far, but all things considered, I'd say it's a pretty even little matchup here. Punish that end lag there. Good shield through there from Eli.
Ooh, and then the Gordos are. Oh no, is that? Oh wow.
They both made it back.
Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on there for a second.
Nice. A little combo action here from Eli. That's the thing, Greninja's got so fast with those combos and everything.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to find a few hits here and there to get the percentage up on the DDD. But at 105, could be a kill here.
Oh, the up there just doesn't get there. And Eli's still on stage. But there you go, an up smash to send him off. And that I think it's tough, especially if the DDD knows what he's doing. It can be really oppressive to deal with it, just massive hitboxes.
Yeah. Eli trying to do a lot in the air here. That's what I've kind of noticed. That's a great shuriken from him. These 2 platforms on the side here kind of can be a little bit like where they're in the middle of the stage. Can be a little bit like tampering to what Eli's trying to do. Like he can't do like towards the if DDD towards the ledge on the side, he can't really do like a jump forward attack into it. If that makes sense. And on like Halos, like they're more towards like the side, so they're a little bit more like hampering on that side, but they're like right in the middle of the stage here. So it's like you either do like an attack in the middle of the stage, up and down vertically, or you know like you can't really do as much like on the like if they're towards the leg, if that makes sense. Like,
absolutely, and that, by the way, that was a good Gordo punish with the side B to hit the Gordo. Tries to protect with the counter. Oh, the wrong facing hammer smash. But these Gordos, man, they can get out of hand. Oh no, is that gonna kill him? Yeah, it will.
it's too bad.
That was, pretty good performance by their DDD. Sure. And he's going into the next match with 2 stocks, which he's probably happy about. Eli nearly got the second stock, but unfortunately, just couldn't finish, which I think is a problem that Greninja has, is like actually killing. He can really stack up the percentage, but it's hard to find, you know, actual kill confirmed on him.
Yeah,
so.
especially on a heavy, or against a heavy character.
Yeah.
So a valiant effort from Eli though, and you know almost took that second stop. We'll see who Emory and Henry is going to be putting on the board next here. It looks like it's going to be Alex coming out with his signature Ike.
The classic.
Yes. So we'll see how he does on that. It's kind of fun. I haven't got to catch these guys in a while, so I'm excited to see their improvement each week. You know.
Oh yeah, it's been really cool. Sort of, you know, having started at the beginning of the season and sort of watched as they've developed and shored up some of their weaker spots and honed their stronger elements. It's been very satisfying just to kind of see it happen in real time. And I think that I've noticed that Alex's Ike has gotten a lot stronger, in my view. A lot better coverage in general.
Sure.
And he's gotten a bit bolder, I think, with some ledge guarding, which I like to see.
Yeah.
So hopefully, especially with DDD, is hard to ledge guard effectively. So he's predictable, but he's also very heavy, and he has a very strong recovery with the multiple jumps and the really big up B. So, and when Ike doesn't have the greatest recovery in the game, it's super telegraphed and much less flexible. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, it should be interesting. You know, Ike does have some of the best nairs in the game, and so, you know, being a little bit bolder with that ledge starting like you're talking about, if he is able to connect on one of those, you know, 60-70%, like, that can easily turn into an elimination. And so I think, you know, finding yourself obviously not getting caught out and, you know, and going too far off the ledge starting, but, you know, I think that should give him a chance to hopefully get some kills here, and yeah, should be fun. 2 heavies. I think Ike is the faster of the 2 heavies.
I would say so.
He will hop off one time here to get rid of that stock, and I suppose they'll give a taunt, and we're underway.
That's right. And this is Smashville, I believe, which is a interesting stage for both of them. Of course, DDD will take. Oh, we got a little bit of lag. Looks like. But I wonder if DDD is going to take advantage of those platforms. But right now it looks like Alex is on the right.
Yeah, the nice thing is with those platforms now, as they disappear, the nice thing is with those platforms is that they... Oh, close one there. Oh. Ike is, if DDD does land on those platforms, Ike is able to sword through those with his... So I think it'd be in DDD's best interest to probably try and stay off of them as much as he can, and a nice up tilt there. Or up air.
Yeah, as you were saying, like, he's really using his disconnected hitboxes there to punish those platform landings, which is good. But I've noticed this DDD is very effective with his grabs. He's got strong grabs off both this match. Well, that was a few last match as well. Oh, that was a risky recovery, and it gets punished. Oh, that was beautiful. Let's go.
Nice one.
All right. Yeah,
beautiful play from Alex there.
And that was such a risky recovery, and he surgically kicked him out. Uses his up B again. I like how he's more disciplined with these up Bs on stage. He's really using them in spots where they're getting good value.
Yeah, absolutely.
Earlier on, he would sometimes throw them out a bit, I think in pretty risky situations. It's been more disciplined this match.
Yeah, I think he's doing it like kind of as a reactionary thing on a shield. Nice little forward tilt there. Roll.
It's so high.
KO.
Yeah, so high on the percentage that just about anything would have knocked him out. But he's got a 57% deficit to DDD, so Alex is still in a pretty good spot.
This little grab there.
Yeah.
It's the thing with DDD, like his recovery for a heavy, at least vertically, is insane. And then with his like multiple jumps, getting a little string of combos here on Alex. Nice little side smash.
Alex is just playing a little impatient, I think, trying to get in, but he's knocking
Ooh,
on him.
nice
What a
combo.
nice, yeah, that back air was slick.
See if they'll do anything here. Just try to get any ledge guard, and it's a nice grab. Almost gets the confirm there towards the top of the map, but both of them at kill percentage right now, so we'll see which one is able to take advantage of that. Great DI there from Alex.
Yeah.
A little risky.
That was a scary up smash. Oh, but he's learned to shield that. Oh, wow. They're just trading blows.
Yeah, it was getting a little dangerous there. I'd like to see Alex pull out a counter here. If this is such a high percentage, or this DD is a little bit more telegraphed, it would be interesting to see.
For sure. And he hasn't conditioned the counter at all, so it'd be a real surprise. Oh, wow.
Ooh. Good ledge guarding there. Use of the Gordo there from the DDD. Would have been really nice to see Alex finish him off here without losing that second stock, but hopefully he's able to get a finish here.
And I think that might do it.
Oh. Almost DI'd it.
I don't know if he air dodged at the very end of that percentage, but yeah, I thought he DI'd out of that. But that's the match for Alex, which we love to see. So he's going to be moving on to the next player. And of course, we don't have any information on what the opposing team is bringing to the table just yet. So
yeah, it's always tricky, right? Like, do you put your best player first? Do you put your best player? You know, where do you put your in the pecking order? You know, where do you put your players? And so it'll be interesting to see now that they see that we have an Ike, if they have a matchup that's more favorable against an Ike, or what they decide to do with their second person. I don't think we've played this school before, and so we don't really have a ton of background knowledge on who they like to play. So kind of shooting blind here, at least in this first best of 3 set.
It seems common for a lot of schools to leave their best player last as a sort of dead ringer. I know we've done that on more than one occasion, and so I think that's the most obvious strategy. Although I believe the last match I commentated, there was a bit of a mix-up where did we run? I can't remember how it happened exactly, but a really dominant player ran out first and just completely sweep them thanks to like the poor matchup. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting strategy that goes into a best of 3 crew battle, where the first one's kind of blind, and then the second and third you can kind of try to get into your opponent's head and figure out what they want to do in terms of like player select.
Sure, and I mean, there's definitely a feeling out process, even in each individual match, as you see, the first, they're kind of jumping around, not trying to get too aggressive and too crazy in that first stock until they kind of can see what their opponent likes to do. Are they an aggressive player? Are they a defensive player? What moves do they favor? And things like that, which, not myself, because I'm not very good at this game, but more analytical Smash players, will pick up on that more quickly and then figure out how they can punish those tendencies and those things that they seem to be like spamming a little bit more, things that they like to do. So yeah, it's always interesting when you listen to the mindset of like a really good Smash player, and they're like, hey, so you killed me, how did you know? Well, you were spamming this and then you were doing this, and then it was easy to pick up on this.
Right.
Like, I didn't know I'm that predictable.
Yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of fighting games in general, and Smash definitely has it. And I think you could even see in the most recent match we saw that towards the latter half, even though Alex managed to get the win, you could see that the DDD started adjusting to the pretty aggressive playstyle that Alex had adopted, and was kind of stuffing a lot of his approaches. And I think that's one of Ike's weaknesses, where he's fairly predictable on his approaches, and so if you're keeping an eye out, you can kind of shut him down. So that really racked up a lot of percentage on Alex, which was unfortunate. But again, first of 3 potential matches, so that's knowledge that you take into the next game.
Yeah, absolutely. So should be interesting to see. I guess we're taking a long time to decide what they want to do.
Oh yeah.
A little bit of downtime and pauses in here, but yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Alex is able to clutch out this 1v3, or at least, take 1 or 2 stocks to give Dylan a chance at getting, not having a 6 stock, maybe a 3 or a 4 or 5 stock. Definitely a lot easier to try and pull off than a full 6 stock, which obviously we've seen Dylan do it before. Yeah, absolutely. So if he's able to capitalize, here, or just flat out win at 1v3, 1 stock versus 3, that'd just be fantastic. Which he's more than capable of doing.
Absolutely.
But you just never know. So yeah, hopefully we'll get back to the action here soon. Do you have a favorite map on this set here that we're looking at all the maps?
Well, they're going small battlefield. I like your Kalos idea for I'm just fond of that stage, but I think while it's a bit tricky in terms of recovery for a character like Ike, I think that again with those platforms, he can really take advantage of the sword hitbox close to him, potentially sending him off. But instead, we're getting the small battlefield Ness. Which is a notorious character. A lot of people don't really like playing against Ness very much. We'll see if Alex can get the over under 50 PK fires. Oh yeah. There's 2 so far. PK fire count. I'm gonna say we're gonna be over 50. I mean, he's got well, maybe not if there's only 1 stock involved, and he can keep this level of dominance going. But it doesn't take a whole lot, and Ness is a light character, so it really doesn't take a whole lot for Ike to turn this around. You have good strings in your set.
Ness is doing a great job of keeping the pressure on. I guess relentless.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be playing Ike against the Ness.
Matchup-wise,
range character.
Matchup-wise, not a great matchup, but, where Ness is a little bit lighter of a character with not as great of a recovery.
Oh, the back throw.
Doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
forget what I was saying.
I was terrified. I was going to bring up the notorious Ness back throw, and I didn't even have time to because he utilized it. It's such a powerful kill option. And as you saw there, I don't know if Alex wasn't fully DIing that he wasn't expecting to kill that far away from the ledge. But still, I mean, it's so strong. And so, I mean, you saw there that it'll sneak up on you. And Dylan looks like he might have his work cut out for him.
Yeah, this Ness was using a lot of, back airs and jump cancels and things like that, which, it doesn't necessarily indicate that you're a great player, but those are types of things that just a common player isn't doing.
Yeah, there's a degree of proficiency there for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. Ness's projectiles aren't really, you can't really cape all of them like you could with other projectiles, like Dr. Mario, but I think with the Ness, just like with a lot of other characters who have a lot of projectile spam, like Link or like Simon and Richter, it's all about closing the distance. Can you get in past those projectiles to punish? And then once you get in there, what can you do, combo-wise to build up some percentage? And then you probably have to do it again and again and just avoiding the bullet hell, of projectiles that come in.
Absolutely. And I'm interested to see with Dylan. He's a heavy utilizer of the pills that Dr. Mario throws out, and Ness, of course, has an absorption field that he can use to nullify that. But Dylan is the type of player who will condition that absorption field and then potentially punish if Ness becomes over reliant on it. So there'll be an interesting mind game. Because again, as you were saying, it's all about getting in, and Dr. Mario wants to get in. He's all about just going ham. So
I mean, really no ranged attacks other than the pill, which is more of a spacer option.
Yeah.
But then is able, a classic Mario character is able to string together some ridiculous combos.
I heard a comparison that Mario is like a dog peeing on your carpet, where if you're looking at the dog, you think the dog's not going to do anything. He has all these. Marios have such stubby attacks. You kind of feel bad for them. How are they going to get in? This just isn't fair. And then all of a sudden, you get up tilted, up aired, and then you're dead. You'd be beat on the carpet. You didn't see it coming.
Yeah, it should be fun. I know Dylan does like Pokemon Stadium too, so I'm not sure if he picked the map or how the map
decision making went into it.
Yeah, I'm not. If it's a home game, then it's our pick. I think it is a home game, so yeah, I think it was his pick.
Well, once again, a feeling out process here between the two.
And there you see already he's punishing that reflector.
Yeah.
It's very surgical, which is appropriate for a doctor.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and, you know, big props to our team here, you know, just to give them, brag on them a little bit. I know all the guys on our team, you know, they play a lot here. They play, obviously, in the ECAC and for Emory and Henry, but, you know, they are playing in local tournaments and major tournaments, you know, all over Tennessee, Virginia, you know, traveling all over the place. So, you know, I definitely can tell that, you know, they're putting in the work and it's paying off, which is really cool to see. You know, Dylan, you know, nationally ranked in or regionally ranked in our area, and the other guys are, you know, building on their ranks as well. So we're very fortunate to have these guys on our team. Great little punish there from Dylan, but yeah, and you can tell, like, you know, the work almost gets the cape there. It's paying off. You know, I would be very surprised if this wasn't whoever we're playing against. Best player, nice up smash from Dylan there. That seems to be pretty good, you know.
Oh, for sure.
Double shield there.
Yeah, they just kind of took a break.
Stalemate.
Yeah, both of them went for soda. And yeah, I mean, you can see here, even though Dylan got the first stock, he's now steadily at work on the second. This Ness is fighting back, and Dylan is in a precarious position. One grab, one good confirm, and Dylan's lost his stock. And again, I mean, he's in a situation like he is right now where he has a lot of stocks to cut through before, you know, Henry takes it. You have to be super careful.
Wow! He just holds him off with the pills and then just capes the PK fire. That is like, if he misses that cape, he's instantly dead.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Yeah.
I mean,
That was such a ballsy play, and it paid off. He loses the stock, but I mean, what a...
Yeah.
That was incredible.
You know, if Dylan can get past this nest right here with only losing the one stock, you know, I give him a good chance against this last stock here, but not to get too far ahead of ourselves. We do have one more stock to take care of with this nest, but
oh, he gets that stylish ground slam, almost confirmed into the floor. Doesn't quite get there. It's interesting, the Ness isn't really, a lot of the Dylan play we've seen is that he shields and then punishes with an up smash. The Ness hasn't really set up any situations where that's viable for him. And I think, did he get stock? Oh,
yeah. Good defense there from the Ness. Good ledge guarding.
Really good ledge guarding, absolutely. And he jumped, I don't know about jumping off the stage, but it didn't. Yeah, I don't know if Dylan's getting a little, oh wow, okay. He heard me saying that maybe he was getting a little nervous, and he said, no, I'm not.
Just puts his huge fist right in his face and says, you know what, I'm done with this matchup. Rest in peace, Ness. So, Ness able to get 2 stocks, though, so pretty valiant effort from him.
It was, yeah. It was a solid performance, absolutely. And so now we have a 1-3 situation in terms of stocks. So Dylan, again, work cut out for him. He's been known to make some miracles happen, so I never count him out, but it's going to be tough.
Yeah, you know, losing that second stock, you know, puts you in definitely a way trickier position, because if you know, if you take some early damage and you're at 40-50%, suddenly things get a little bit more scary. You know, do you adjust your play style? Like, oh, I got to play a little bit more cautious because I don't want to keep gaining percent, which can be counterproductive. Which, you know, assuming in Dylan's situation, he's just going to go for it. I will be curious to see who they do have for their third character. We have seen Dylan 3-stock people many times before, and so
and
assuming
if you're right that Ness was their ringer, then it could be that he has an easier matchup ahead of him, or God forbid, the Ness wasn't their best player and he has a real raid boss waiting.
Yeah, that would be tough. You know, the thing is, though, is you think back to those stocks that Alex and Eli were up against, and it's like, that's why, you know, at 160% with that DDD, it's like, if we could close that stock here, that's one less stock for our next guy to have to deal with.
Right.
You know, and so that's why, like, obviously in crew battles, every stock is important, but those ones when you're both at high percentage, a lot of times it does come down to who can clutch out those high pressure, high damage percentage situations to see which is going to swing the pendulum either way for either team. So, yeah, we'll have to see who they decide picking, and what they end up doing here. Anyway, going back to our map conversation. I like how peaceful the music is on Smashville and Town and Country.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like this peaceful, like the music you listen to like before you go to bed, and it's just people smashing the crap out of each
just
other.
completely beating each other up. Yeah, I love it. I mean, the Animal Crossing characters as well. Like, you have Isabelle and Villager, you know, throwing pots around and like breaking out their slingshot, just having a big old time. Meanwhile, they're up against Sephiroth, God of Death. You know, like that's the one of the best parts about Smash Brothers is just the complete craziness of the character matchups you can get, both thematically and gameplay wise.
Sure. Yeah, it's interesting. It is kind of a big hodgepodge, you know. I'd say there's not another title that has more games combined. So
absolutely.
looks like we have a Joker.
Joker. All right. A real menace. Meta villain for sure. The Joker. So
yeah, pre-Byleth MKLeo, you know, MKLeo, famous Smash Bros. Player, was a Joker main and won many tournaments with Joker, and so we'll see if this guy has any MKLeo-esque abilities here, or what
one of my favorite Joker sort of style things is the using the up B as a sort of grapple punish. It's always so cool. Oh, and right now we have Dylan just sitting
right into a quick 35%, but Joker responding with 18 of his own.
Yeah, so and then he gets the debuff on him, picking up. It's real close, and these are also two very aggressive characters. Joker, of course, a bit more flexible than Dr. Mario, has more options to sort of take advantage of. But Dr. Mario lacks in, like, sort of flexibility. He must make up the power. Oh, he does with the up smash recovery punish.
Oh, nice. Oh, I thought that was Dylan there.
I did too for a second.
So now Arsene is gone. So for those of you who don't know how Joker works, you can see that bar, great kill confirmed there from Dylan. You see that bar with the pink line in it. Once that bar gets completely full, he gains Arsene, which gives him like basically a buff that makes all of his stuff better until that line or that bar goes away. And so it's kind of a tale of two halves for Joker. Like, he's not gonna do a whole lot in his neutral state, and once he gains Arsene is when he really wants to go on the offensive.
And it's a huge power boost. I mean, his moves are different and stronger. I believe his smash attacks are stronger.
Everything's way better. So
so it's definitely risky business, and it's a rough final match to play because Arsene Joker can steal games.
Yes.
And with one stock, stealing games. Wow.
Nice. Great little side smash there.
Yeah.
Into the Arsene as well. So
yeah, so he doesn't have that right now. It's currently about halfway there. I imagine that with 108%, Joker might be in kill range even without Arsene. So
53%. If he can get him to about 70% and get his combo going, it could be a finish here. So
yeah,
we'll just have to see what ends up happening here. Dylan having to be really careful now with Arsene out at 117%. Shield is about half down. Now it's recovered some. There's little sidestep dodges.
Dylan's playing. Oh no. This might. Oh yep. It's so monstrous that off-stage sort of oppression that Joker can pull off with Arsene. His moves deal so much damage, so much knockback, and as soon as he got that jab, I was pretty concerned that would be the end for Dylan, and as it turns out, but he nearly got there.
Yeah, one stock.
Yeah, with one stock, he brought down two from the Joker, almost had him in kill range. I mean, again, a really incredible performance from Dylan. And now that our players have a better idea of what's going on, hopefully they can get the second match. Or round.
I think it really does put the pressure on the other guys to step up and, you know, get a few more stocks here. You know, we know Dylan is capable of pulling off some miracles and some pretty incredible plays, but you know, it's not a 1v1 match, it's a crew battle. Right. And so, you know, I'm really looking to see our guys the other guys that are stepping up, you know, and playing to win their matchups or to make, you know, to get a few stocks here, clutch out some difficult stocks, so that, you know, we are in a better situation, you know, if we have to come back down to Dylan, not having to 6 stock, maybe it's a 4 stock, or maybe we have an advantage. And so, you know, our guys are definitely up to the task and up for the challenge. And so I you know, I want to see them step up and really take this game over themselves, and you know, just get it going, so that, you know, we're not as reliant on Dylan's, you know, clutch factor to try and clutch us out a win here, which, like I said, our guys are more than capable of doing it. So I'm excited to see, you know, how they step up this next round. See if we have any subs as well. I know we have a few other players.
Yeah, that's what I was
going
to say. Is with the DDD start from last round? I'm interested if we want to run out Greninja again, even though I feel like Alex was kind of struggling against the DDD matchup, or maybe a sub or a different order is in order. I'm interested. I feel like that's an interesting inflection point. Of course, they might not even start with the DDD this time, so it's definitely, again, that's where the mind games kind of come in, I suppose.
Yeah, a bit of gamesmanship to see, you know, do we put out our NS first if they're going to put out their, you know, Greninja again, or
right.
You know, lots of mind games here and there. So we'll just have to see what they decide to do here. So
I do think that subs are super strong for that, though, and we have some. Who knows if they have any? But you can really catch your opponent off guard if you suddenly break out like a Kazuya. You know, they're not necessarily prepared for that, and that can be a pretty strong move, I think, in the sort of strategy side of things.
Yeah, absolutely. John, I'm actually going to hop over to the other room here. So I'll be gone for a few minutes. I'm going to swap over to our other esports room here.
Okay.
As our Overwatch team is funneling into the room where I'm casting in currently and getting ready for their matchup at 8 o'clock tonight. And so,
be sure
just so
to by the way, for the Overwatch.
Yeah, absolutely. Just so there isn't a lot of, you know, like a lot of voices in the background and things like that while we're casting here. So I'm going to hop off for a minute, and then I'll be back in just a few, John. And
all right,
try and be back before they get started here. So see you in a few.
See you in a few. And so here I am all alone. And yeah, we can see here that we're waiting on the opposing team to funnel in their player. They might be doing some strategizing of their own, talking like, oh, that Dr. Mario is kind of nice, though. We need to break out the, you know, if Jacob were here, he'd be quick to remind me that one good matchup. You have the Kirby matchup, and that's it. And we've already cashed in our Kirby bonus, so it's hard to say if we'll see another one up against Dylan. But jokes aside, they might be talking about maybe subbing in some players as well, if they have that ability. But yeah, I'm excited. I think that the knowledge gained, the potential downloads are very valuable, and even losing the first round, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a wrap. And yeah.
So we're trying to get, looks like we're trying to get our new guys a little bit of action here, and so we'll see if Brandon, Eli, and Beard are able to make anything happen here. So the young Link is going to be played by Brandon. He is, like I said, he's a new player on our team. Beard is on our Overwatch team, but is also playing in Smash Bros. As well. So, and then Eli did play last semester before us in the in Smash Bros. Excuse me. So. Looks like Brandon is able to get back on the stage, but Incineroar doing his best to make sure this is a quick ending, and it is. So Brandon unable to get any stocks against this Incineroar, and so he will go down 0-3, and it looks like we'll have our second player coming in. I'm not sure who that's going to be, whether it's going to be Beard or Eli, but it'll be one of the two of them. So we'll be back as soon as the action picks back up.
Oh no, Link at the top of the game. And Dempsey's so close again at the top of the map.
Is unable to finish off this Link. And so, unfortunately for Emory and Henry, a repeat round of the first crew battle, but a valiant effort from Dempsey. But the Link is able to finish off this match here and clutch it out. And so, we'll see which map the Stonehill Skyhawks decide to pick. Looks like we'll probably be subbing in Alex again. Looks like he's gonna switch off of Ike onto Crumb, and so Crumb a decent tier character, a nice little switch. His side recovery is not.
All right, and as we get back into the match, we are starting with Dylan, it seems, and he's going up against the DDD, which is another good decision, I think. Dr. Mario can eat this DDD up with the crazy combo, all the combos. He has to be a bit careful because DDD does have an ability to kill very early and unexpectedly, but I think that Dylan can read a lot of what's going on and adjust accordingly. And as you can see, he's creating a lot of space for his kills, very much on his reflector game against the Bordeaux. And it's going to be interesting. We can see another sort of strength, and you can see that Dylan's playing a bit patient right now. Sort of creating space, spamming his projectiles, I think setting his space in a lot of ways, but then jumps down to the forward air, sends it, and doesn't try to stop the recovery. One thing that Dr. Mario struggles with is the punish is off the but what a nice frame in, gets the stock just like that on the final bit of that down B. Very stylish, only at 67%. DDD will have a very hard time getting a stock from that. Of course, I imagine that Dylan wants to restock here without losing any of his own. So we'll see if that happens. DDD misses the grab, but doesn't get punished for it. Sends the Gordo back in his face. And that's one interesting thing about DDD is that Gordos are, you can very much manipulate their momentum, how they approach. Oh, wow! I know I'm rooting for Emory and Henry here, but I do love a good DDD kill with the hammer. You don't see that every day. Dylan's working with 2 stocks, which I'm sure he's not thrilled about, but he's likely going to be able to pull out this last one. I'm surprised that didn't kill. Nearly did. Touched the lip of the blast zone, but wasn't able to finish it. But this might do it, and yeah, all right. DD had 2 stocks. I'm crazy. Okay, so it's 2-1. For some reason, I thought that Dylan had taken 2. Don't mind me. And we do have essentially the same situation though, where Dylan has 2 stocks and is at a 50% advantage. 15 now. Nice tech chase on DDD's part, but Dylan recovers pretty cleanly. Gets another 2 frame, and that'll do it. Very surgical on Dylan's part. As per usual. You come back at a good time, Nathan, let me tell you. I
saw part of it in the other room as we were getting the computer set up, so that's how the DDD did get 1 stock on the Dylan. Was there an SD, or did Dylan get a really fast 3rd stock?
Dylan just got a really fast 3rd stock.
Okay, because I saw him get the kill confirm on the 2nd stock, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it, and then it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, you came right at the last bit. No, he just ran the DDD down and sent him off the stage.
That's too easy right there.
I was saying that I like sending Dylan out first, especially to counter the DDD, with the assumption they were going first, because DDD is a very predictable character. If you're moving around fast enough, he's very easy to punish on whiffs, and that's Dr. Mario's bread and butter, is punishing that type of stuff. One of Dylan's favorite moves is out of shield up smash, which can be, I think, hard to pull off on certain characters. Maybe safe, but not always going to connect. But because DDD has such huge recoveries on so many of his moves, you can really take advantage of that weakness with Dr. Mario.
Yeah, I think that was a good strategy too. Not to all the stuff you said, yes, I agree. But even as I was coming in here into the room with our stream producer, shout out to Aaron. I said I like that they put Dylan first, to kind of set the tone. But then also what that does is it puts a little bit of pressure on the other guys to say, if Dylan does not make it through the whole gambit, then it says, hey, I did my part. I took 5 or 6 stocks on these guys. Now it's your guys' turn to finish the job, and that empowers them and gives them, a little bit more responsibility within the match to take care of business. And the nice thing what it does as well is if we can get to their 3rd character, it helps us have, we have multiple different picks on the bench that we can sub in for great matchups. And so where in the past it's we're playing a little bit more reactionary, knowing we have a Dr. Mario, in the 3rd spot, with Dylan playing first. Even if he loses to their 2nd guy, and if they play similar people, it's okay, well now we have you know, a Beard who can play Captain Falcon on the bench. We have Eli who's Greninja, or Alex who's, you know, Ike, and he's played other people, and Dempsey who's on the bench that can play Donkey Kong. You know, so we have all these different matchups that we can now take advantage of because we're on the offensive and we have our front foot forward. So looks like they were going to go with this Ness again. So it looks like their Joker will be third unless they sub somebody else in or put somebody else out. But Dylan
Ness was a bit of a holy terror, so again, Dylan didn't have to work for the dub, but it's definitely within his ability. And as you were saying, you know, it does. Assuming, let's not assume that Dylan loses here, but in the event that he does, the onus is then on the rest of the players to clean up. And I think it is a bit of a psychological win for them to be able to have that, like, sort of, to not necessarily have something to rely on in the back. They get to rely on themselves there.
Sure. I want to freeze Dylan up too, to not have to think like, okay, I'll have to carry, have to be really careful because every stock is really, I mean, every stock is important, but when you're the first guy in the hole, I feel like you can play a little bit more aggressively.
Yeah.
In a little bit less, not regard, but just like, you can really go for it and, you know, try and take advantage of, you know, being the aggressor versus like, I have to watch every percentage I take because I only have 3 of these left to work with, you know. That's actually putting a pretty good fight here.
That's definitely coming out ahead on a lot of these interactions, but at 66%, Dr. Mario can just, you know, pull a KO out.
Well, he's doing a better job this round of spacing. You know, he's using his projectiles a little bit better to keep Dylan at bay and not quite on top of him.
Not a great up B, and he gets hella punished. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate there. But yeah, so he's doing, as you can see, he's kind of like, he's being a little bit less aggressive than Ness is, and it's kind of just like waiting for his positions. He's, you know, blocking the kill rather than trying to absorb it, which, you know, makes him less vulnerable. Using that little spinorama there, I guess that's a neutral air.
Yeah, I believe that's his nair.
You know, to capitalize when Dylan does come in, and he's out of shields, just like that right there. So
wow, that was a pretty slick string on the Ness's part. As I was complimenting him, truly the commentator's curse. But it was a pretty slick string, but that up smash from Dr. Mario doesn't care about your strings. It just, you know, it's just,
I was going to say, Dylan has not really done anything for a while, and then he just comes out with that, which the more I've watched and, like, you watch high-level play in this game, I feel like the defensive play style favors, you know, it's a more favored position. You know, Ness is a little bit more of the defensive player. Dylan there kind of just taking his foot off the gas a little bit and saying, all right, well, you do something.
Yeah,
and then he did, and he punished
wait on your opponent to make a mistake or do something a little unsafe or risky, and you can really take advantage of it. I think that the game is designed in a way that kind of favors zoners and defensive characters in general, like you were saying. That does sort of give Ness a basic advantage, but oh my goodness, what cover. Yeah, suddenly, you know, Dr. Mario walking out to the next final player is a very real possibility. And he has the momentum on his side right now. He's getting the strings, but suddenly he's off stage. Not where you want to be against him. Fortunately, he recovers in the spike!
Come on!
Dr. Mario wins!
That's some high-level play right there. Right on the side there.
That was immaculate. And he's walking into their final player, maybe the Joker. And geez, I'm still kind of reeling from that comeback.
I like it.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
That's incredible stuff. It's just, I don't even know how. I mean, that's just hours of playing.
Yeah,
just hours.
Dedication.
Hours of playing. Yeah, because that Ness, I mean, was doing a good job. I mean, definitely had a good little run there. And, you know, it was looking like he might be able to finish Dylan off. But Dylan said, not today. Not yet. Not yet.
I think it shows that momentum is such a huge part of this game as well. Once Dylan took that stock, that second stock, he had set the pace of the final stock basically from the word go. And I felt like the Ness was playing, you know, sort of like he was trying to recover mentally from losing that stock when he was in a pretty decent position. And yeah, it's just, you know, like mental fortitude and momentum are such a huge part of Smash Bros. And fighting games in general. And yeah, Dylan really pulled it out there.
Well, and that's that experience that we were talking about last time, where they're going to these locals, going to these weeklies, playing in these high-stakes matches continuously. Like, I come from a sports background, you know, I ran track and was a huge sports fan my whole life. And, you know, the term of, like, you know, your butt cheeks get a little tight, you know, and then,
oh, yeah.
You know, the Ness is up, you know, he gets that stock and he's got 2 stocks to 1. But then Dylan punishes them, and now it's 1 stock to 1 stock, and now it's, you know,
sweat beads on the forehead.
You're getting a little tight.
But
yeah,
a tad tight. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying is, like, you know, a player like Dylan who's been playing, you know, competitive Smash. You know, he was a part of our high school tournaments when he was still in high school here at Emory and Henry that we did, you know, a few years ago, and then, you know, playing in our college tournament and playing against a guy like Colt, who's now our coach, you know, in some high stakes matches on the big stage, you know, and just putting in the work basically and grinding, like, you know, just like a professional athlete who's been on the big stage a lot. It doesn't really get to them as much. It's just, I mean, obviously the stakes are higher, but it's another day at the office, you know.
Sure.
No pun intended. You know, it's doctor's office and.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see it.
But it's just like, you know, that experience, like you're saying, the momentum and just the mental fortitude of everything is so important, because you just never know when things could flip, especially in a game like Smash Bros. Like, you know, things can change so quickly. Like, 1 minute Ness has the momentum, the next minute Dylan has, you know, Dr. Mario's got the momentum, and then it's over.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. And so a lot of it is finding opportunities to take that momentum, and it's also about playing well when it's not on your side, and that's what Dylan was doing. I mean, you know, again, he was working with 1 stock against 2. I guarantee you, if I were in his position, my palm would be mad sweaty, you know, and I might just SD, you know, I might just choke. But he didn't, and it really paid off. And I believe that Legmer, unless they have someone else playing on his Switch, was the Joker. So it looks like we're going to see Final Destination, a classic.
Hopefully this is the final destination for our opponents. But terrible. Yeah.
Well,
so
it's all about terrible jokes.
Terrible jokes. Hey, I'm a dad, so I can make those dad jokes. You know?
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm still gonna make it. Can't stop.
All right, so here we go. Dylan once, he'll jump off the ledge 2 times, be down to 1 stock. And, you know, if Dylan is able to take even 1 stock, I mean, that basically says, hey, other guys, take 1 stock.
Yeah, 1 stock each.
1 stock each.
That was a nice little jump down.
I would purposely take as long as I could every time. So, non-surprisingly, appeal into the first attack here.
Oh, of course. If you were to like chart out the opening of Dylan, I'm pretty sure like vast would be built.
Yeah. So Dylan gonna want to try and get a stock here as quickly as he can, because I feel like once Arsene comes out, it gets a little bit trickier.
It does. But that was a naked forward step. And he tries to get the finish really quickly, but doesn't get there. A little overeager even.
So Arsene does come out, so he does get that extended up special, as they say. That should be almost kill percentage there.
Yeah, 76%. I do believe he gets heavier with Arsene, so he might even need a little more now. Wait it out, but the smash just gets there, and that's Joker, baby.
Just a ridiculous character. Gosh.
He is the Joker, and he's very gross.
Yeah, but you know, thinking about it, the upside to where we're at positionally now is you say, okay, so this character is very good half of the time. So it's like, all you have to do is kill him with your 3 stocks. Like, he's going to get Arsene once every stock.
Right.
And it's like, if you can, like, let's say you get him damaged up, and then he gets Arsene, he kills you, and then he's off of Arsene, that's really going to be your pocket to punish one of those stocks.
For sure.
Because once he gets Arsene the second time, you know, you might be down to your last stock, you know, and get finished. And so for these other 2 guys that'll be coming in, looks like it's going to be Alex on the Ike at second for us. You know, he needs to capitalize on that lag period, like the beginning and then the next one. Like, if we can get a stock in that first You know, non-Arsene, Arsene, non-Arsene, period. I feel like that bodes really well, you know, for our guys.
That said, there is going to, we were talking about that psychological stuff, and though there is the benefit that, you know, you just saw Dylan clean house pretty well on the first two, there is a degree of pressure on you to not mess it up, to be able to close it out.
Sure.
And if you haven't been normally, if you're not normally a closer, I think that can be a bit nerve-wracking. Again, the onus is on Alex and whoever comes after him to be able to. Why?
Looks like we have a. Oh, they probably didn't change the map.
Oh yeah, whoops. For a second, I was like, well, Alex didn't lose any stocks last time. Why is he?
And the curtain.
Well, Arsene didn't jump off, or Joker didn't jump off at all. So.
Yeah, I'm guessing that. Yeah, there was.
Dylan did get a stock, right? Or did he not?
I don't believe so.
No, he didn't.
I believe he just.
Yeah, that's right. Arsene comes out, and then.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, I would claim Joker to be a gimmicky character to some degree, and you know, some of the gimmicky characters, like, you know, it's just like, I don't know, they annoy me.
Yeah, I will admit I do like playing Joker. I don't like playing against him very much, but he is fun to play. But he's very much a DLC character. He has a weird little system. He has his little gimmick, and yeah, you gotta be able to play around it. Looks like we're hitting it. All right, and yeah, this will be pressure's on.
Feeling out process for Alex here. As soon as you can see, he's just landing a few of those nairs.
Yeah, he goes for the naked up B. I think it's a little early for that. Yeah, because that is a game of prediction. You go for those naked up Bs.
Sure.
You saw it didn't pay off. He got a little punished for it. So really, you know, that can be used for some conditioning and whatnot. Joker rarely uses the gun. But
I like it.
Fire it. That's always fun.
So Alex really sticking to his bread and butter here of just up Bs and nairs.
Yeah. It took advantage of the armor on the up B, which was cool.
So I think he's off to a great start. I mean, he's about to get Arsene here. You know, 53% and 54%. There's about to be more, 71%. So Alex, you know, now has to survive this onslaught that is Arsene. But if he is able to take a stock here, that would be like super fantastic. Oh, good little recovery there.
Stage
yeah,
sort of zone out. That's good. That backdoor animation is pretty slick. I always forget about the Joker backdoor animation. Oh, boom! That's the thing. Those up Bs, they're so risky, and if he's prepared for it, you can get just a quarter smash. So yeah, he has to be careful with that.
So this is where, this is where
this is what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep. This is where he's gonna take advantage here. 100 damage, no Arsene. If he can land a smash attack and up B, even probably could be a kill here. Obviously, you can't get too greedy in what you try to do, but oh, great little aerial dodge there from the Joker.
It's definitely tricky because you can see about halfway to his Arsene now. Of course, if he gets in stock, the Arsene meter resets.
Yes.
So that's huge. But he has to get that stock.
There it is.
Manages to get. He gets the
I jinxed
recovery.
him. Casper curse. Dang it.
Dang. That said, I mean, again, an up B now or a smash attack, literally any hard hitting move will get him. That said, he is now at 90%. So Joker's in kill range. About to get Arsene again. Not sure about these up Bs.
He's just trying to figure out the way. Nice attack. And that's the best part. It resets the meter, and he was just about to get it. So great punish from Alex there. I mean, he is at 105%, but I mean, I don't think Joker is going to kill him very easily. You know, even at 119.
Oh no! Oh no!
Well, he got his Arsene back very quickly. Great adaptation there from the Joker.
Absolutely. Oh, the back throw. The Joker's got the read right now.
Lobbing him around here.
Yeah, but gets that up B again, gets the hit.
Great percentage. Yeah, I mean, Alex, like I said, just got to survive this onslaught a little bit. It's probably going to be a kill. Well, I guess not.
I think I'm not 100% sure on the throws, but I wonder if the back throw could have gotten very close to the edge of the stage.
Yeah.
However, still surviving.
Hey, any damage at this point, you know, Alex is going to be down to his last stock here, but this guy, he's up to 60 damage. So
If he can get one more stock, even if he doesn't take the full match, that's a 1 to 3, or a 3 to 1 advantage on our side. So it's definitely good. And that's a good start to that down kill.
I think that's hardest trying to ledge guard against Joker. His up, his recovery, there's that little kind of like Violet's up B.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah.
This Violet has definitely picked up on Alex's, you know, enjoyment out of a great punish there.
Yeah,
of doing the little dash into that forward tilt. See, this is right here. This is when it gets real tricky. Who's able to finish this stock off?
The pressure is
Alex,
indeed on.
Yeah, Alex is gonna have to find something to hit him with.
Yeah.
That's a little bit unorthodox that he hasn't shown, I feel like, the whole time. So now we're back into this hole.
Fortunately, it wasn't 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Last time. Oh, nice nair.
So Arsene does come out here, so guess you
back there, get there. No, he charges it and manages to get on stage high. Very good. A stiff wind will knock Alex over, but Joker's not in a great position either. 109 against
Hey, let's go! Beautiful play fromAlex there.
That is very nice. Now,
yes.
I mean,
that is a clutch
if he
stock.
can pull another stock from 176,
Is that an SD? That's
oh
an
my
SD!
god!
Oh my goodness! Alex with the clutch! Wow! What a beautiful play! Holy smokes!
Oh,
wow.
I'd be so sad if I were the Joker there.
Well, he showed him falling, and I'm like, he's not going to make it back up.
Yeah,
like,
he wasn't on our sim. He doesn't have that super slick recovery. He just had the grappling hook, and he was not at the angle to take advantage of that hook. And man, all right.
Whew. Let's talk about clutch, though. I mean, he's at 166%. You know, staring down Arsene empowered Joker. You know, on his last stock. You know, on the ropes, basically. Like you said, a stiff wind would knock him out. Gets the clutch up B, eliminates him, and then, like you talk about momentum or just mistakes, you know, things start getting a little bit tight here, and then a mistake, and we fall too far, and we SD, and that's it. I mean,
and sometimes you're your own worst enemy, and I mean that's got to be a bit of a morale injury for the opposing team, you know, to not even get to the third player for us. So yeah, that was.
Man. Well, and if I'm Emory here, I'm doing this. I'm running it back. You know, Dylan was able to, you know, to get into through 2 players, and so I think, you know, at least for us playing from the advantage, worked out really well in our favor that time. And so, curious to see what the coaching staff does do. But you know, I think just eliminating people basically right out the gate. Now maybe they make an adaptation. Maybe they put their nest player first in anticipation of us putting, you know, Dylan first, but you know, I would trust Dylan in any matchup to at least to take one person, and then if he does go up against like the DDD or whatever, that's the fun gamesmanship of the crew battles, is that you don't. You know, we're in round 3 now. It's like, you know, this is the one for all the marbles. The first 2 were just, you know, feeling out and trying to figure things out, and so, you know, we were 1 stock away from winning the first one, and this one we. You know, won with...
Had a 4 stock.
We had a 4 stock, you know. We had a whole player left, and so... Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I feel like, you know, we've definitely... In terms of stocks, we're winning the stock battle.
Now what we haven't seen is the Dylan in the middle play, the Dylan sandwich, if you will. And I don't really have any strategic reason to see that other than we haven't seen it before, and it'd be kind of cool. But I do like starting with Dylan. Seriously, I think that there is, again, the momentum is huge, and also, I mean, you just put such a dent in whatever they're trying to do, and like you said, even if you can take one character and take a couple stocks from the next, I mean, that's gotta wound like whatever plans you have in mind when you're the opposing coaching staff, I should say.
They are the enemy.
They are the enemy, yeah.
Nah, that's funny. Yeah, so we'll see. It looks like their Joker's actually coming in first. So I don't know exactly how it works. I think declarations have to be made. I'm not sure who makes the first declaration. of who will be playing. I'm not exactly sure how that works. They are communicating, via Discord, back and forth, and so for stage maps and everything. But if I was the enemy team's people, I would definitely put my Ness or my Joker first, because with the anticipation that Dylan is coming in first on the Dr. Mario, because even if he's not, then if you're running your Joker, maybe you feel like you have an advantage, and Ness definitely took care of his own against Alex last time, and so it's like, I don't know, I feel like at least in this crew battle, putting your best foot forward right out the gate seems to kind of be the play.
I agree, and the thing about Ness is that I feel like you're playing a bit of a different game when you're up against a Ness. It's sort of like the Joker minigame of Arsene, except Ness is always on a minigame where he basically defines the style of the match. It looks like if we're starting with Pokemon Stadium, that is a bit of a signature for Dylan, but it's also just a pretty popular stage, so not to read too much in it. But like I was saying, if you're just playing your own game against the Ness, you can get punished pretty easily, because he can just take advantage of space so effectively he doesn't fight you. We are starting with Alex and Ike against their Joker. That is interesting. Well, he did pretty well last time.
So it's a run back, right?
Yeah, we're getting the run back immediate.
Immediate run back. So we'll see if Alex can pull off magic again against our Joker on the other team. Joker is able to avenge.
Yeah, that SP doesn't count. Let me back in,
Yeah, that's a fun thing you don't get to see very often. The immediate run back of this.
Yeah.
So does Joker come out here demoralized and defeated, which, so far things are going in Alex's favor, but very early, still kind of feeling each other out. But that is a great start for Alex.
Yeah.
But Arsene is on the board now, but only 20% in that initial stage. So we'll see if Alex can survive this onslaught of Arsene and what he can do with it. I mean, last time he killed him when he was in Arsene, so...
I mean, he has been setting the pace, and I think that you can see that he's using those nairs a lot, and those forward airs to really kind of just press whatever Joker wants to accomplish. Occasionally mixing in those upbeats for the sort of damage and unexpected the up air just nearly killed there.
So he took 32% in that Arsene situation.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
That is a great, start for this stock here. Now we'll see what he's able to do with it. Obviously, this Joker player is not just solely dependent on Arsene, but is that a no? I was gonna say not again, not again.
Oh, and then the up air gets it. Yeah.
Nice. And that will reset the Arsene bar again.
Funnily enough, I think in the last match, Alex kind of conditioned using the up B as a sort of kill option, and now Alex is relying far more on up airs and forward airs as a kill option.
Well, he is a lighter character, and so if he can land, if he does have that vertical advantage, like from being underneath, and is able to land an up air, that is definitely a kill, like you said, option. Yeah. So, and with these two platforms, I'm not exactly sure was it SD? I don't know. It was something that there's not as many platforms last time, I feel like.
Last one was, I believe, Town and City.
Okay. Disappearing, I guess, platform.
Or Smashville.
Yeah, it was a Animal Crossing map.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice little combo there. So he dashes past him and then comes back with the forward tilt. So he does lose his life here, but still ahead in the matchup. Yeah, absolutely. I still, with a character like Ike...
Joker and Arsene having a hard time getting it a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Wow! Look at that dunk! Wow!
I mean, the Joker didn't pause to really reflect on it, but holy moly, that spike!
Goodness gracious. I've never seen that down piece or the up piece spike before.
I mean, there's not too many situations when you're up being onto the ledge while your opponent is beneath you. That's just what happened, and that spiked him. Oh, wow. Oh, he's trying to go for the counter cheese. Doesn't really get the chain off like the first time.
Nice, there it is again. Oh, there's a little bit of aggression.
Arsene.
But I love that aggression from Alex.
I do too.
I love that aggression.
Runoff forward air is such a strong option, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if taking advantage of it. Really solid timing on that projectile on Joker's part, however.
Oh, he missed that one, though. He just
yeah,
barely...
he did miss it. And, oh.
See, this is where I'd love to see a counter come out. He hasn't used it the entire match.
He did try one, I noticed, on a projectile. He was just a little early. But yeah, I think that... Back air doesn't kill, but the forward air, or the forward smash manages to get there.
Obviously, it would have been great to get that stock with 2 left, but, you know, he's got the advantage here. Joker does bring together a few little combos here to get him up to 51 damage. Wow.
Oh, okay. yeah, he really went off. I mean, those forward throw strings you can get off with Joker are absolutely nasty. And Alex is having a hard time setting the pace. But all again, a single ether, and suddenly he goes for the neutral B. I respect it. Back throw in response.
He does get back on stage. So let's see if he can land that side to get the advantage here. So now he has the advantage stage-wise. He just gives it up, just trading it back and forth, at least from the ledge perspective. Arsene is about to come out.
I think he's trying to reset the neutral here, but he's having a hard time. The counter, there's really nothing you can do against that, I suppose. Oh, what a back throw.
Did he go for, he goes for an aggressive spike there.
Oh my God.
That is the play. That is the play. So he doesn't even land a single attack. I don't know if he fools him or what, but that pressure throws him off. And he ends up losing the stock, even with Arsene and that recovery. Wow. See, that's what I love to see from Alex. Like, I think when he's really on his A game and feeling himself and playing well, he goes and he takes that aggressive ledge guarding. Like I said, he missed it there, but he had the wherewithal to make the recovery. He gets himself just back on the stage. Yes, exactly. And so, because if you just let people come back on stage, there's no pressure, and they're like, well, they can just float around and do whatever they want. Now if you're in Dylan's situation where you have a Dr. Mario who's not incredibly great at recovering,
it's tough to punish.
But like you have Ike who has like almost the verticality to get back onto the stage, and so just that aggressive ledge pressure, now has got him 3 stocks in that matchup. I guess like the SD one, I don't know if that was exactly one, but he had that dunk from the down B, and then he has this, aggressive play here that leads to a KO for him. So I love it. I love Alex's aggression there.
It's unpredictable too. Like Alex is very unpredictable as a player when he turns it on and starts, that sort of ledge guarding. I don't think the Joker was expecting him to break it out like that, and he did, which of course is excellent. And a very 2 stylish stocks, both the spike and that final stock. I mean, good lord. Very hype.
Well, and what this does now, right, is that, they have to now reveal who their second player is, and with no flexibility, we then know who their third player is. So Alex has done his part in gaining us the advantage, obviously, not just from a stock perspective, but, from a information standpoint, we have the advantage now that, okay, so let's say they put their Nest next. Okay, well then we say, okay, well we're going to put Dylan in. Or if they say we're going to put DDD in, if we think we have a matchup that can, end up favorably in our situation, we say, hey, we're going to put this guy in against their DDD or whatever we decide to do. So that is a huge advantage point for winning that first matchup, because it forces the other team's hand. Now, if they have flexibility and subs like we do, it's a little bit different because you're not exactly sure. I mean, obviously, we're probably going to be continuing to play Dr. Mario with Dylan, but that other position, is it a Greninja? Do we sub in somebody else? Because we didn't even play anybody. Yeah, exactly. But where they don't have any flexibility that we have seen, we now know, like, okay, so this is going to be their next 2 characters, and that's who they have left. There's not a whole lot of guessing, at least, where there was in the first and into the second set. So, and for all they know, they might think all we have left is Eli and Greninja, and so, if we throw out another person, it's like they didn't even have to get to see that, and that's another advantage that Alex gave us by winning. As the second player last set, we didn't even have to use the third player, so we still have that trick card up our sleeve, which is really cool.
Do you think that they're going to trot out the DDD or the Nest, assuming they don't have a sub?
I don't know. I mean, if I was in their situation, I would probably put out the Nest. Just because, I'm fairly confident my Nest can pick up the stock quicker than the DDD. Because the DDD, we saw the DDD. Well, okay, so they do go with the DDD. Because I feel like that's weight-wise at least, that's a more balanced matchup. And so it's like, I would just trust, Ness being, I guess, not the better player per se, but, showing what he's capable of, especially against Alex, using that advantage.
Oh, the gamer SD, by the way, I respect that.
Just very chatty.
Oh, and then the side B. The SD style is a huge metagame in my opinion. But here we go. Yeah, I like putting Ness on cleanup personally. I think that he's, again, unpredictable. It seemed like Dylan had a fairly rough time comparatively to the other players against him. So yeah, if the DDD can get this stock and then start chipping away and maybe at the next one, that'd be good for them. And then have the Ness come clean up. There was a level of mind game there that I wasn't ready for with the smash guard, normal get up, another smash. It was all over the place. But suddenly, Alex is looking good.
Well, DDD's got that better recovery, but as you can see, he hit two side aerial attacks into that, and it pushed him off the ledge. And other characters that don't have as good of a recovery as DDD would be dead. And
Absolutely. The downside with DDD's recovery is that it's fairly predictable, each jump, there's so much animation on it, so you can really get those spares off with Ike, because it comes down just so fast, or Nairs for that matter. Oh!
Wow, so just armor, super armor through all of it.
As well, that was wild.
See if, DDD, if he lands anything here, it's probably going to be the end, but...
Yeah, forward tilt on DDD is a kill option. Basically everything DDD has is a kill option at a certain percentage. He deals so much damage and knockback. So that means that we are going to field our next player against the DDD. Maybe it'll be Dylan. Maybe it'll be one of the subs. Maybe it'll be our Greninja. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know what you do here. So now that's the fun mind games of the crew battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, we had the advantage. Now we still have the advantage, but now it's even stocks wise. We know we have an advantage with Dylan, but do we think that Dylan can 6-stock these two? If we do, obviously we put him in, or maybe not. Maybe you put in the other person, and then they get one. But then if they get no stocks, then you're saying, okay, Dylan, we need you to 6-stock. So it's just
right. I personally like running Dylan out here.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would do that. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're fine. But
I agree.
I think running out Dylan, he's demonstrated he can handle the DDD.
Yes.
Maybe lose a stock. Worst case scenario 2, but I don't think that's terribly likely. And then again, you can run into the final match, presumably against the Ness. And even if you don't walk away winning, maybe take a stock or two and then set it up for our last player. However, like you were saying, if you're not necessarily if you're not confident in the ability for the last player to clean up, or if you want to make it a little easier on Dylan, then yeah, you want to send in someone else. But I think sending in Dylan here is the play personally.
Yeah, I'd like to see, we have all sorts of people on the bench here. We do have, Dempsey, who does play DK, so you have a heavy into a heavy matchup there, potentially. But then DK into Ness is a horrible matchup.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so, but then, we have, Beard, who plays Captain Falcon, and we have Eli, who plays Greninja, which both of those are lighter characters, which might be able to deal with the Ness a little bit better. But the DDD matchup, we've seen Eli and play against the DDD already and lost that matchup. And so, like you said, a lot of gamesmanship in that. And so
I do think that a Falcon on his game can kind of run circles around a DDD and punish a lot of the long recovery times.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a sort of minefield where if you mess up, because you're so much lighter and because DDD hits so, you're gonna be in a tricky spot. But I think we're seeing
Dr. Mario.
Yep.
We put in Dr. Mario. We say the fate is in your hands. If you can 6-stock this, we don't even need to worry about anything else. Which, in the last round, Dylan actually did get 6 stocks.
Yeah, it's true. I was like, we have the pocket DDD?
Pocket DDD, that'd be quite interesting. So we'll see what stage they decide here. Very interesting.
I could see, Kalos, okay.
See, I like this map a lot for Dylan. And the reason why, and I've talked about this before with not on stream, but when the matchups like Smashville, where there's a huge platform in the middle of the stage, Dylan's pill game gets thrown completely off to some degree because he's not able to jump mid to sides of the stage and throw out those pills as a zoning option. Whereas here on Kalos, both of the platforms are all the way on the side of the map. And so he has the whole map basically, at least the middle of the map, to do those pills as a zoning situation, which DDD off to a pretty good start here.
Yeah, he's definitely uses the hammer box. Oh no, the SD. Oh, poor DDD. Good
That's unfortunate, especially with the vertical recovery. Like he easily could have.
I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe an air dodge or a fastball on accident. But either way, definitely DDD is in a much rougher position. Doesn't get that up till it might have killed had he landed.
Yeah, Dylan had a pretty high percentage here. Oh, he caped him out of doing the attack there. It doesn't end up working out.
Oh, and then the cape to say, no, I don't want that Goro. How about another cape? Oh, but then the pill. He says, I'll take that pill and I'll throw it back at you.
The mind game. Does Dylan go for a spike? He doesn't go for a spike here.
Yeah, that was an awkward situation to go for it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, but then you gotta love that forward air on Dr. Mario. It's just so boom.
Dylan, a nice little combo.
Yeah, suddenly DDD's only on one stock. I was gonna say he's in kill percentage and got killed. But now, I mean, onus is on DDD to try to like make something happen here and at least take another stock before he gets knocked out of the match.
Really unfortunate SD because I feel like he's holding his own, to at least potentially get 2 stocks against Dylan, and then he SDs at like 30% when he's at the advantage. And so now he's 100 damage, on his last stock, against Dylan, who's going to be like probably ending him very soon. But if you think about it, he still has that last stock. He's right in this matchup. I mean, he's still behind, but he's not on like death's door. Whereas right now, I mean, I would say it's advantageous for us, but it's just for the sake of like good Smash play, it's kind of like a disappointment.
Absolutely.
So a nice little up B. Dylan.
Yeah, again, I think a little maybe shaky DI as well. On the part, I think he jumped to recover, and the jump sent him, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, quick win on that part, and he's going in with 2 stocks against the Nest. That's not too bad. And if you adjust the Nest play, then I think Dylan has a real shot to just clean up the final round here.
Yeah, even if Dylan, I think he'll at least take 2 stocks, not to like, cast a curse on him, but even if he takes just at least 2 stocks, like, then that takes a 3v1, 3 stocks to 1 stock situation for whoever we would put in as our last player. So, really, I don't think there's a whole lot of, discussion here. I do think that their Nest was probably their best player. You could argue the Joker potentially player as well, but their Nest has done a pretty good job throughout the night, and so you just put in your guy and hope for the best, and see what happens here.
Right.
But
I didn't comment on it by the way, but we did get the Dr. Mario sandwich. He did come in the middle, so we've had the beginning and middle Dr. Mario run out, which really doesn't mean anything, but I'm happy. I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, and I'm really happy to see these guys' resiliency. We had a kind of a tricky situation a few weeks ago where we ended up taking a loss that really kind of stunk, and then coming back this week, losing our first set, it's like, that can be really deflating for a team, but the resiliency of these guys to come back, and big props to Alex. Obviously the match isn't over yet, but I feel like, his gameplay in this second and third set, has really set us up for success. Going back
regardless of how this ends, I would, if I were Alex, I'd be walking away pretty pleased with how I did.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about the other guys, stepping up and, trying to like take care of a little bit of business to, to ease the burden per se, on Dylan here, who has characteristically been, a pretty clutch player for us and has, pulled off many, many miracles,
Right.
But it's just like we said, it's a crew battle. It's not a 1v1 battle. It's a crew battle. And so like, if your crew can support you and, and come up clutch for you, then, that really is a morale boost. It puts a little bit less pressure on you, in like Dylan's situation or whoever we have, in this case coming in third. And so, just really proud of the guys so far and excited to see if we're able to clutch this one out. So,
they went with the Gangplank Galleon theme, by the way. I respect that.
Nice.
I like it. If I were behind the wheel, I would have like pretty much immediately gone to Megalovania from Undertale.
Sure.
Because I'm something I won't say on stream, but yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I had never played Undertale. I'd heard the music was legendary, and not to pitch my own stuff, but I do have the video game music review show that I do where I review songs from video games, and Hopes and Dreams is top 3 instantly. A beautiful song, and Megalovania is a lot of fun. There's a lot of really cool songs from that game, and so
absolutely.
The fact that some of that music
is fun, just a fun song too,
The fact that all that music is on here is really cool. So looks like we're going to Hollow Bastion for the stage. So if we do get to a final stock situation, we get that big old mirror stained glass window, masterpiece in the background to make things even more epic. I'm a big fan of the Kingdom Hearts games myself. So,
very cinematic.
Disadvantage here. We'll see how this little platform in the middle here. It's not as long as the one on like Smashville, but we'll see if Dylan is able to kind of work around it.
Yeah.
So like instantly, I mean, not to get too much into it. So a nice little combo there, but Dylan just instantly makes up that percentage.
Yeah, it's a real scrap between the two. All my joking about Ness aside, Ness player is very entertaining to watch, honestly, super aggressive, and takes a lot of advantage of all of his special moves in interesting ways.
I was gonna say, last time they played, I mean, I feel like the Nets had the advantage, and then Dylan just like, kind of out of nowhere, turned it on its head and just finished him instantly.
Yeah, so, we might see something like that again, because right now Dylan is in a tricky spot, and he's having a hard time. Again, it's the dog peeing on the carpet, and he's not able to really get in. But suddenly, he's gonna do it, man. He's gonna just get like a weird up tilt, up air, forward air thing or something, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, and that's definitely gonna be looking for probably that back throw. Because like these attacks, even at 164 damage, are not really doing a whole lot.
No.
Good DI there from Dylan.
Very good DI, yeah. And a nice reflect to cover recovery. Unfortunately, the bear just covers that roll, stage roll.
Yeah.
And pressure's on for Dylan, for sure. I mean, he probably wants to at least walk away with one stock. Goes for the up smash, I gets shielded, and then he just up B. That was very interesting. Tries to also up B recovery, another up smash, and sends it. The iconic Dylan up smash.
Yes. So stocks reset here. PK Fire going to be doing a lot of damage.
Oh yeah. Now we're playing Ness.
Didn't think it would come to this.
When you're on the final stock against your opponent, you do desperate things to close it out. And if you got a PK fire spam, you got a PK fire spam.
Hey, he did get about 40 damage from that. So yeah. I mean, it's looking like Dylan's doing fine, but a lot of his initiations are set up by that pill into something, and he's not been able to land as many of those.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Oh my
beautiful
God. What a stuff.
Yeah, so he capes him to delay him there, and then he hits him with the smash. Beautiful play.
Yeah, that was immaculate. I mean, just perfect setup. Suddenly, can he make the comeback? Oh!
Is that it? Unbelievable. Oh, he got another one.
He techs it?
Oh!
Wow!
I thought that was going to be the game.
Oh my God!
Wow, some high-level stuff here. The Ness able to tech through some of that stuff to keep himself alive. I thought he was dead for sure after that dunk from Dylan.
He tries to do the down smash yo-yo to block it, but Dylan gets up too fast. This is a nail biter. And does that get there? It does.
Wow.
What a final.
Wow. So he techs into that wall, so he gets another up B to give himself another chance on that recovery.
He up B's again. Dylan goes down, tries to stuff it, another tech. And,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty good stuff, especially online. Like, you know, there is that lag factor with the online. You know, Dylan is able to get 2 stocks, so giving whoever we put in a chance, all have to do is take 1 stock. So,
3-1.
you know, the pressure is on here, whoever we put on to get that 1 stock. But, phew, what if those techs are the thing that ends up saving these guys, you know?
Yeah, I mean, is it time?
Yep.
For the monkey.
I think
the
it's
DK.
I think it's monkey time, which I love this pick. Now, obviously, the harass hit from Ness can be really frustrating for a large character like DK. But if all you need to get is one stock. You have a heavy who has like multiple dunks, very strong smash attacks. You know, he has the ground pound with his head. Yes, if he pounds him into the ground one time and side smashes him, I mean, that could be it at like 60%. And so, you know, I love this pick from Colt and the coaching staff to put Dempsey in here.
Also, I mean, it's Donkey Kong, man. You gotta love the Donkey Kong, you know?
Yes. Was that a precursor, the music situation?
You're right. They foreshadowed it.
They put in the Donkey Kong music here. So we'll see if Dempsey, one of our players from last season, and has been playing some. You know, we have had a few other guys like Eli and Dylan Beard step up, you know, get some playing time in these matches here. So we haven't got to see Dempsey in a little bit of time here, but, you know, a seasoned vet in terms of Emory Smash Bros. And so I'm excited to see if he can clutch out this final stock here to give our boys in blue the win, or if this Ness has got the resiliency and the guts and the techs to...
sauce. The absolute sauce. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for Dempsey.
Go!
Yeah, I my mind is still like I'm truly gobsmacked. Oh, the reverse. That's the meta is evolving.
All right, so we got the classic DK con.
I was so happy he went with it. Charges up the donkey punch. I like it. You want to get that going. You can see already the strings that you can get. They're pretty nasty. Oh no! I think he tried to jump and whip the jumps, so the upbeat didn't hit him there. But he's still got a lot of room to work with, even though we're on 0% still. It finally got a little bit of damage on the board, and as we were saying, it doesn't take a lot for DK to just send it and get out there, get the spike or something.
Vanessa definitely trying to play the space game.
Yeah.
That's going to be some nice percentage there for Dempsey.
And suddenly he's in kill range nearly for a lot of things that DK can pull off. Oh no. Ooh. Oh, that's it, I think. Oh.
No, he's okay. Maybe not.
Yeah.
What a ledge guard.
The yo-yo is so gross. Yeah.
All right, we're down to our final stocks here. See if Dempsey can punch this one out. This Ness has done a pretty good job so far. Kind of with some cheese, honestly. An SD mistake.
I'm biting my nails, man.
I know.
He's at 78. That literally there's somebody else to get there to figure out how to execute on it. Of course, Vanessa is so wiggly.
Ooh,
got that armor break almost. Shield break rather. Oh,
that's gonna be a KO. It's gotta be.
Let's go.
And a clutch kill from Dempsey. You know, the resiliency there, because an SD to start, and then
it's gotta hurt. Yeah.
The cheese of the yo-yo has got to be demoralizing. But for him to come out and get that last stock to give Emory and Henry the narrowest of victories feels pretty dang good.
Well done to Dempsey and well done to the whole team. That was. I'm telling you, man, our team puts out some good crew battles. Like, basically everyone is super hyped, you know? Well played. And also well played to St. Lawrence. They had some sauce. That Ness Tech Fest was gorgeous. And,
that was almost the thing that won them the match.
Yeah.
You know? So, my heart's beating.
Yeah.
Oh man, wow, what an incredible performance from these guys, and super proud of them clutching this one out here. Great performances all around from everybody. And, I would just say this ice in their veins tonight from the Emory crew. So just stoked. That puts them 4-3 on the season. And so they'll play next week to move into 5 wins. Still not for sure in the playoffs yet, but obviously a win here would put them at a higher seed and give them a chance to play a little bit of an easier matchup potentially going into the playoffs. Sure. I think they do. I think 400 makes playoffs, so with 4 wins, that does put us there. But wow, an absolute smash of a match that was clutched out, crazy.
Smash and Smash Bros, man.
Holy Moses, what a barn burner. So super proud of these guys. John, I'll let you have the last word.
Yeah, basically everything that Nathan said. It was a barn burner indeed. I am just super thrilled with the performance. It had everything. I laughed, I cried. I'm so glad Dempsey managed to get that final clutch in. Of course, Dylan played immaculately, as always. There was some real sick Ike play. Unfortunately, we didn't get too much Greninja, but hopefully next time we can see some more Greninja sauce. And just shouts out to the Emory and Henry team. Thank you all for having me, Emory and Henry, and you, Nathan. I appreciate it as always. It was a blast of a time. Thank you for commentating.
Yeah, it was fun to get back in the saddle here and call a few matches. You get a little bit more hype when you don't do it every week. So, definitely get you excited. But great job from them, from our team, and GG's to. Did you see what was the name of the school? St.
Lawrence,
something.
I believe.
St. Lawrence, no shade. I just didn't check the match beforehand. So, GG's to St. Lawrence. And, if you're bored, you don't have anything else to do tonight, we do have our Overwatch team playing at 8 o'clock. They'll be on the same exact stream starting here in about 20 minutes. But if not, we'll see you guys next week. We should be again Monday nights like usual. And, we appreciate you guys checking out the stream, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.